Hi everyone, Mickey Jacobs here. Mickey Jacobs here. Welcome to Angel Chat. It is 5, I think, on Wednesday. Let me know who's watching. I missed you. I didn't see you for a few weeks. It was a bit of a madness here with work and all kind of stuff. And last week, just it didn't log in, so I guess other people experienced that as well. So here I am, and welcome, and I'm glad to be back. I love to teach you guys, and I greatly appreciate the feedback about my teaching, helping your spiritual growth and your life. So thank you so much. So come and say hi, so I know I don't talk to myself. Don't like myself that much. So today we talk about soulmates, super popular, misunderstood concept. As I say in my description, over the years I realized how important this topic of soulmate. I channel a lot of information from spirit over the years about the phrase that we refer to as soulmate, as well as from spirit that come forward in a reading, so that they always provide a lot of information as well. So we'll touch that a little bit, and I hope you can apply it to your life and kind of see what is your sets of belief regarding soulmates, and you take what you feel that belong to you or you can resonate with intuitively, and you leave what you don't. Because as you know, my teaching over the classes of Angel Chat, we grow in our own pace and our own time, and some people grow spiritually different. Hello, Betsy. Thank you, honey. At least I know I'm being seen and held. I appreciate. Hi, honey. So yes, so there is a lot of different beliefs. Sometimes beliefs has to do with different spiritual teachers that teach different things. So I always tell people, whatever I teach for whatever topic, if you feel that it doesn't quite resonate with you, you leave it aside, you try another spiritual teacher or review your own belief. But usually if I teach from spirit, obviously channeling the information from the spirit world, usually that's very broad in a way that it can relate to everyone. Any pace, spiritual awareness. Hello, Mark or Jessica, or I don't know who's watching, Mark or Jessica. Mark and Jessica. Hello, Bev, honey. Thank you very much. So you take what you belong to you, but usually, once again, if it's teaching from spirit, then everyone can somehow relate to the information, which what's beautiful about spirituality, since it doesn't have rules and regulation that sometimes religious has. Mark, oh my God, Mark, I would assume that it's Jessica watching. How lovely is that? Hello, honey, good to see you, good to see you. So, right off the bat, the phrase soulmate is not what usually people think, more so us women, when we claim, where is my soulmate, and expect some life partner to show up on a white horse with a rose, usually men too, but a little bit more us women. Usually us women or female on planet Earth relate soulmates to a specific life partner, meaning a husband or a partner or a wife, or so that is completely wrong, which we're going to cover in a moment. So right off the bat, no, soulmate, the phrase soulmate does not only refer to a life partner, by no means, but rather to significant people that share our life in. Hello, Vicky. Oh, honey, hi. I owe you an email. So I'll, just so you know, didn't forget you, but thank you for coming. So soulmate refer to the significant people that share our life in every given incarnation. Close family, certainly spouse, close friends, but not just. Sometimes soulmates can be employees, someone we meet early in life, someone we meet later in life, which I'll explain a little bit more. So soulmates only refer to people in your life that the dynamic or the relationship, which of course was pre-designed by all souls, are significant or potentially have, hello Isabel, or potentially have a significant for growth, which of course all the interaction we have on planet Earth designed for growth in different way. Naturally what a spouse teaches us would be different what parents teach us, and that would be different from childhood as we grow older, or a best friend or cousin. So soulmates by no means only refer to life partner or a lover, of course not. Also, although the significant people in our life matter, very important, because not we Mickey, we the soul, we carefully select all the people in our life, specifically where we grew, the childhood, meaning the immediate family, the parents, the sibling. If we have a soul contract to be parent, then therefore the kids, they're not kids, they're souls, in which they agree to incarnate with us in a form of kids when we're the parents. Of course, close friends, so everyone is important, of course. Otherwise, we would not include them within the blueprint of the life detail of every incarnation. But soulmates specifically refer to members of our soul group. The way I understood from Spirit over the years is that we grow with clusters that call soul groups. Some other people refer to it to other names. Soul groups. It's kind of the soul groups in the spirit world. And it's between 8 to 15 souls or so. So we have those soul groups in which we belong to those soul groups, and we grow together with our soul groups. The member of the soul group are our soulmates. So sometimes within our soul group, everyone incarnates into one lifetime, very rarely actually. Sometimes some of the soul group incarnated into life, meaning experience life in a physical body, in an earthly incarnation, while the other members of the soul group remain in the spirit world in order to help us. And then in the next lifetime, we kind of switch. So sometimes everyone come in. Again, I've heard that is a little bit more or far in between. Sometimes half come in, half stay, and when we enter planet Earth, that is when we decide what role our soulmates would take in each incarnation. Now, what's happened to the other significant people in our life? Nothing, but for the sake of phrase, they're not quite our soulmates. Meaning, within your life on planet Earth, within, let's say, your family unit, you can have your mom being your soulmate, meaning she's a member of your immediate soul group, and your father does not. Or you can have 3 kids. One kid can be a soulmate. Remember, soulmate is soulmate. It's only the phrase. While the other 2 are not soulmates. Does that mean you love them less? No, it doesn't mean that, of course. Because as souls, we all one. We all help each other on planet Earth. Hello, Robert. Good to see you, honey. Hello. We all help one another on planet Earth to grow. Underneath the seemingly different physical bodies and views, specifically nowadays, and the fighting and the ego that lead the planet, we are all one, meaning the soul within our body is a spark of the same force, God, if you will, or the Creator. So we are all one. We are fully aware that when we enter planet Earth, we become separate because there's separate bodies, separate cultures, separate upbringing. That is design. This is a part of this school. And at the time of death, when a soul exits the physical body from the crown chakra, we go back to being all one. However, they're all one in the spirit world, still divided to the soul clustered. Sometimes I call it soul group. So we grow with our groups. It doesn't mean we don't have connection or love with other souls in the spirit world. That is why I'm explaining that the souls, there is a unconditional love of one another, because we all made out of the same fabric, if you will, which is the creator. So sure, we love one another as soul, of course. It's only mean that there is more the plan of the growth, whether it is on planet Earth as well as other dimension. We don't only come for planet Earth to grow, then we grow as group, like I said. So let's say if you have a cluster or a group of souls, that 15 souls, and some grow faster than others, grow spiritually, of course, meaning express more of God within us. And planet Earth would be only one school that help us to do that. So if some of the soul members or the soulmate within a group grow while others don't, those ones that grow kind of help the other one. So it's kind of go like that. So all the soul group or cluster grow together, because of course some grow faster than others. In the same way, there's difference. Max the parrot. You can see her here, see? I should bring Max one time and say hi to you. That's my baby girl. Right there. The blue and gold macaw. Noisy and very difficult. So if you think of taking a parrot, you might want to think twice. But of course, we rescue animals. So once I rescue them, I don't give them back. Not ever, until they go home. So back to the topic here. So we grow kind of as a soul group, but again, that does not mean that there is no immense love to other souls. It's only mean that from what I understood from spirit, that is the phrase of a soulmate. Now, every incarnation, we would come with few of the soul group, sometimes one or two, sometimes a little bit more, with our soulmates. As for what role we play, that's once again designed prior to enter planet Earth. Like all the life detail, the main event, of course, not if we're going to be vegetarian or not. So let me see. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I was ready to ask you. Oh, God, if I touch that, is that going to be experience? Oh, I was ready to talk about it, actually, Kathy, as to how we can detect or be aware who is our soulmate. But I just wanted to give that a little bit of introduction before I get to that. But I appreciate, I will cover that in a minute. So as to the roles of what our soulmates are, like the main event, what part of the globe we're going to be born, what family we're going to be born, the upbringing, religion, not religion, ATS, so life partners, husband partners, doesn't matter as to the wedding, of course. Kids, no kids, that's all designed within the detail of every single incarnation. And it takes a great amount of planning alongside our spirit guides to plan yet another incarnation. So the soulmates, whom we know we incarnate into planet Earth, kind of get used to the role. Like you go and act on a movie, which is exactly what it is. Now, the rest of the soul member within our immediate soul groups are aware of all the lessons we need to learn, of all the growth we hope to accomplish, because they're going to remain there and we're going to enter. And their job, if you will, is to help us to utilize, so not only on planet Earth, that we have guidance and love and support of protection from angels and spirit guide and ascended masters and a lot of light being, of course. We also have our soulmates that remain in the spirit world, that they know the detail of the life and therefore they help us to accomplish it. Who is this? Oh, Jeannie. Hi, honey. Hello, Jean. Now, Kathy and everyone, how do you recognize? And when you're open to that concept that some members, that some significant people in your life are soulmates, it's just a different kind of connection. If the soulmate is within a husband and wife or partner, again, marriage is only custom to us, to planet Earth, spirit don't care. Let's call it partnership. The connection is more, you seek one another, you finish each other's sentence. That doesn't mean the relationship don't, believe me, it does not mean that the relationship, Clayton is here and he's laughing. He's like, we married 22 years, we know. So it does not mean that relationship doesn't go like that, like life, or nor does it mean there's no challenges, because relationship, whether it is within parents and kids and siblings and certainly intimate lovers, designed for growth. It's the only reason why we go through that, in addition to the other benefits, obviously, of love. But it's supposed to reflect to you what it is that you're supposed to grow. So, but the connection is different. The connection is much deeper. It's almost like it's have a certain goal, if you will. You just need one another, need to hear with one another, you need to talk to one another, can complete each other's sentences. Even if there is challenges or breakup, you feel the longing, if you will. And usually among soulmates, even if they get divorced, which soulmates can get divorced. Of course, we're not talking about that. That's just reality of marriage. Some marriages do not last. Usually, from my experience, soulmates, same soul group, that get divorced or don't talk or separate, one in this part of the globe and in this part of the globe, whether it is sibling or parents, there is a very special connection. Even parents with kids that have more than one child, that once again, one child is within the, let's call the mother, within the mom soul group, and the other are not. There is more connection to this child, and a lot of parents tell me that. Of course I love all my kids. We're not talking about love. We're talking about the bigger perspective of our life on planet Earth for growth. So there is a more connection. The connection comes within. It's intuitive. It's a feeling. It's not love. Love is love, and a love of a parent designed to be love on planet Earth, of course. It's just something that you sense also. Sometimes soulmates, specifically intimate lover, kind of fall on each other lap. You don't try too hard. You just go and they're there. It doesn't mean that if you're single, you stay home and do nothing because you say, well, Mickey said they're going to fall in our lap and knock on the door. No, of course not. If you're single, you always go out because you help spirit help you. But usually it's mean that either the person least expected it, either the person didn't look and all of a sudden went somewhere. There is many ways in which soul kind of get drawn to one another. And sometimes the connection is immediate. And sometimes the connection would be like people would say, I don't know what's happened. It's not even my type. Because from a soul perspective, there is no type. There is no look. It's just a soul contract. So let me know, Kathy, if I answered your question, so I get a feedback if you kind of understood what it means. So you have to be careful not to mix that with more love to a soulmate, and less love to just souls that accompany you, on planet Earth. No, love is love. There's always love. It's just different. Also, funny enough, soulmates, they're actually one that within our soul group provide for us, to one another, the most potential for growth. So sometimes it's not all rosy. Just because it's a soulmate doesn't mean the relationship is always great. There is great love. Well, it's my soulmate, The opposite, sometimes difficult challenges, relationship that provide more potential growth. Those are soulmates. Because remember today, we are talking from the perspective of the soul, not a human being. So therefore, sometimes exes, like if you got divorced and it was very difficult, and then, sometimes that's what it was supposed to do, to provide growth, to even try to balance karma of previous lives. So when you look at soulmate, the connection is different than the relationship itself. You can have one of your kids that are soulmates, and he would be or she would be the most difficult kids out of the three. That's not how you judge it by, but it's rather kind of understand the concept. Again, as I said at the beginning, you take if it's resonate with you, and if it is, once you have the information, you are able to kind of detect. Now, what's happened if you don't detect? Who's your soulmate? Nothing happened. It doesn't matter. Everyone significant in your life, whether at the age of 10, let's say a childhood friend, or someone that come in your life at the age of 60, that you realize is significant, all of a sudden share the same thing. They are all designed by the soul. Some can be soulmates that came later in life, meaning within the plane of the life. Some don't. So the concept of soulmate is to just broaden your knowledge about how we grow with soul groups, if you will. It is interesting to know who you think it is your soulmate. Would you know for sure? No, you're not going to know for sure because it doesn't matter. You're supposed to learn from all experiences. Once again, being a parent, growing or learning, being a parent, different than a spouse, different than a sibling, different than a good friend, of course. So nonetheless, it is a very important concept. And if you know of someone within your life that is a soulmate, then cherish them, because that is a soul in which you often incarnate into planet Earth together. It's a soul in which your soul grow. So pay attention to the relationship. Again, that does not just mean good relationship. Obviously, there's no good or bad. Or easy, let's call it easy relationship. So you pay attention to it and you kind of look a bit deeper as to what it is you need to learn, and if you don't know, I don't know who's my soulmate, Mickey. It does not matter. It's again more of a spiritual knowledge to know and to have to gather. But yeah. So I don't know, Kate, I hope I answer your question. Trying to think what else I forget. I always remember what I forget after I go off the phone. But yeah, soulmate is quite interesting as long as you take it the right way, of course. Sometimes people confuse if the love is more or less. No, love is love is love. When we are not on this planet, we should, but the physical body and the ego and the mind interfere with what I should be. Jackie, hello, honey. Yes, very much so. Remember how I spoke about it a few minutes ago, Jackie, that some, hold on. What the hell is that? I can't see. Ooh. Hold on, Jackie. Oh, it's 5:50. Oh, well, that's very lovely. Oh, honey. Yeah, that's quite a unique path, if you will, Kathy. Just a very touchy story, honey. As for Jackie, as I was saying at the beginning, that within a soul group or a soul cluster, some come and some left. Of course we can feel them in the same way that we can feel our spirit guides or departed loved one or our angel. Of course it's had to do with spiritual growth. The more you grow spiritually, remember what I do is not some special gift. Everyone can train themselves how to sharpen the ability to hear spirit. The more you do that, the more you open the channel, clear the channel, and then you sense. Sure, of course you can sense your soulmates in spirit. They're there. Hello, Jennifer. They're there, right there by your side. Call on them. You don't have to know who's here and who's there. You just have to, hello Juliet, you just have to understand the concept and frankly know that in additional to who you thought is with you, God forbid if you lost a mom or a parent or a sibling, there's also soulmates that are with you, very, very powerful. And soulmates within a soul group know each other very, very well. They are once again aware of the blueprint. Let's see. When is my romantic partner? Well, go out, Amanda. Don't stay home, you know. And then soulmate in a form of romantic lovers. I like that phrase, honey. There is a specific time when we are supposed to meet. We also, once again, don't have one soulmate as a romantic partner. Sometimes we meet a soulmate that is in a form of a partner at the age of 20, and the soul with that partner, let's say the two souls for 20 years, and after 20 years, another soulmate within a life partner can come. So sometimes souls do not choose one soulmate for 60 years. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes people get divorced even if they are soulmates. It's the beauty of planet Earth. It's the beauty of, although the main event are very much designed by our soul, meaning who's coming, soulmates, where we born and all that, it's up to us to make things work. We can be all the soulmate we want. If we're not going to provide enough work that a marriage need, we're going to get divorced, and the soul's going to just meet when we go home. So that has nothing to do with the inner work that we need to do, of course. Oh, my miss. Hello, honey, darling. You here? You can go at the beginning and listen to it. But yeah. Okay, I don't want to bore you. Otherwise, I can talk and talk for hours. But I don't want to make it too... I don't want you to come to a video and see that it's 50 minutes and then say, oh, God, that's too long. So that's why I try to keep them about 30 minutes. But I love reading for you. I said that in my reading. I love teaching you, and I missed you guys once again. And yeah, I'll choose some more important topics. If you have any topic you would like me to teach about, please shoot me an email. And I always greatly appreciate your time. It's wonderful. I wish I was in your living room having coffee or something. But take care, guys. I will see you next time. Mwah. I love you all. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Kathy, very much. And Amanda. Thank you very much. Pets, pets different, not soulmate. Pets are just delightful. Thank you very much. Bye, guys. Take care. Hold on. Don't go yet. Come on, Finnegan. Come on, baby. Hold on. Here's Finnegan. He's a soulmate. Bye, guys. Thank you. Talk to you next time. Take care.